Hello and welcome. Today we are checking out the White Album 2 Blu-ray Volume 2. So all of the Blu-rays in the set contain a number of different little bonus information about the characters, information about the episodes, a bonus postcard, and of course the cover art and the CDs themselves. So let's go ahead and dive into Volume 2. We're starting out with the CD itself, which features Setsuna singing on the rooftop. And this is a very different view than any of the other images of this famous scene. We get a close-up of Setsuna in this case, and it's a little bit brighter in town. We still see the sunset, but we see a lot more of the background here as well. Just so cute. This scene is good. It's so iconic. I'm glad they chose it for the CD itself. So this is White Album 2, Volume 2. Here on the outer case of the Blu-ray, we get a bigger picture of the scene. We really get to see Setsuna as the center point. Some of the other art for it, it was a big blasting sunset and then a tiny Setsuna in the center, which I really do like as well. I feel like they framed it really well. It was like a nice artistic piece, but this one really highlights the character Setsuna herself, which is also cool and I think fitting for the cover as well. So pretty. White Album 2. Now, this kind of blue and white type thing is the back side of the bonus postcard, which is included with the DVD. Winter is coming on. That bittersweet, eternal moment. Project WA2. I love these bonus postcards. This art is so incredible. And it's not used anywhere else. It's such a crazy shame. I don't see it being advertised in Aquaplus ads anywhere. It's not on any merchandise. It's literally just, here's the bonus postcard. We're never going to use this art again. Such a shame. This illustration is by Rondo Mizukami. And as you can see right off the bat, it is a beautiful Kazusa postcard. This is done in the style of the anime. Definitely a little bit different than game Kazusa, especially in the bangs. You can tell the difference between the two of them. And also the shading in the hair is a little bit more simplified. But you can see it's very fan servicey. This brand of water actually exists and it is delicious. And it's Kazusa's, it's the scene where she's getting out of the shower. She had Haruki, presumably it's that scene where Haruki ended up staying the night. We don't know. It could be any of her showers now that I think about it. But I like to think it's the night where Haruki stayed over and ended up accidentally peeping. So really cool. Again, bonus postcard. So this is White Album 2, Winter is Coming On. That bittersweet, eternal moment. So the Blu-ray Volume 2 includes episodes 3 and 4. Crazy to me that there's only 2 episodes per Blu-ray, especially at the price that it is, but I guess we do get some nice bonus content as well. The first one on the right-hand side is episode number 3, The Light Music Club Reformed. Haruki, having discovered that the elite in music room number 2 is none other than Kazu Satoma, the delinquent who sits in the seat next to his, displays his characteristic boldness in inviting her to join the Light Music Club. I don't think it's boldness. You gotta shoot your shot. It's not even asking her out. It's just, want to join my school club? However, his characteristic pushiness proves his enemy, and her attitude toward him only hardens. Setsuna, unable to stand idly by as Haruki struggles, approaches Kazusa secretly. As these 2 prominent beauties within the school exchange words for the first time, something is born. It could be friendship, or it could be enemies. Enemies in love. Which, both of those are true. You can be friends and also be enemies with someone at the same time. It is a very fine, fine line when it comes to high school love and all the love beyond that. although the anime is just focused on the high school times. So, and then heading over to the left side, episode number 4, Sound of Destiny. The 4th episode finds the Light Music Club with all its members together at last, and they begin rehearsing for the school festival show taking place in 2 weeks. So, when they first started trying to gather these members, it was 1 month before. Now, as of episode 4, 2 weeks have passed, so that is a lot to cram into such a small amount of time. In the midst of their already tightrope-like schedule, Kazusa formulates a certain secret plan to fully temper their weakest link, Haruki's guitar playing. Their special training pays off, and eventually the 3 of them master their first song, White Album. Then, caught up in the thrill of success, Haruki makes one little fatal error. And by little fatal error, they mean he lies, which is the first of many, many lies. They just, I don't know. I don't like liars. I don't like people who lie. It's not even for any reason half the time that Haruki lies in the beginning. But I guess it wouldn't be White Album if he weren't. So then continuing on here, I love this. So you get a little bit of bonus information about Ogiso Setsuna. We get her character profile throughout the anime, which I think is really cool. I love that. I love on the left-hand side, that bottom headshot is really cute. She almost looks, I don't know. She doesn't look like her usual kind of airheaded self there. I like the sharpness in her look. So, Setsuna Ogiso in the bottom right-hand corner, voice acted by Madoka Yonezawa. Hojo High School, Class 3A. The unmistakable idol of the school, with great popularity and a sparkling record as 2-time winner of the Miss Hojo High contest. Normally, she carries herself in a sociable, perhaps deliberately inoffensive way, but rumor has it that isn't her true self. I mean, to be fair, most people who are popular kind of hold airs about their true selves. And that has to do with being an idol. And I feel like that's something that doesn't necessarily translate into English as well as it would in Japanese, is that idol culture in Japan, you are supposed to uphold such a high self-image. Like, you can't be caught making mistakes or doing like bad things or being lazy unless you're doing it in like a cute, funny way and that's part of your persona. But you cannot break that persona. And for Setsuna, she's not even a real idol, right? She's just a high school popular, like an idol. But she takes that so seriously and gets wrapped up in that really toxic mindset. And that's a shame for such a young girl. So, character commentary by Fumiaki Maruto. He is, of course, the writer of White Album 2. Setsuna Ogiso, the natural-born idol. By the way, he prefers Setsuna over Kazusa, so just keep that in mind when reading his commentary. Except, that's not who she really is. Putting aside the Setsuna of the original game, I was very conscious of taking an approach to making her that isn't done much in 2D, where not everything comes through, apart from her appearance being ridiculously cute. Well, maybe the fact of having made her ridiculously cute means everything has come through already, but never mind that. Her family ties are fairly deep. Her friendship history comes with some painful memories. She is neither extremely cooperative nor extremely exclusive. Perhaps a little more stubborn and prideful than average. I think she, as a character, may have been rather difficult to express in an animated drama. Truly, the struggles of the anime staff run through my mind. I say as if I'd been there struggling with them. It's interesting. I don't think that Setsuna's personality is necessarily that multifaceted. You know, She just seems like a normal girl who also, wants to hold herself to a higher standard because she's an idol. I don't think it, again, I don't think it's that deep. I say that a lot, but I kind of do. That being the case, I believe that for Setsuna's presentation in the anime, techniques were used to make her various traits a little stronger, a little easier to grasp. Her cute gestures are more prominent. Her inner feelings are strongly embossed. Okay, this part, though, I do agree with. Setsuna's true feelings, the way she truly feels, is something that is still debated among fans. Like, what was she feeling during that time? Why did she decide to take this action? What were her motivations for doing X, Y, Z? The anime wanted to make that a little more clear, especially since it's just introductory chapter, right? And in introductory chapter, we don't see a ton of Setsuna's, true self. We can read about it in the side novels. We get to see more and more of it, throughout closing chapter and coda. But if we're just seeing IC, they do have to be more clear about Setsuna's inner thoughts because we don't have the latter halves of the game to tell us what she was feeling during that time. The way she runs in circles is emphasized, ouch, and as a result, man, she's adorable, if that's something I ought to be saying. So, as I love both game Setsuna and anime Setsuna, I'll gladly take both if Haruki-kun doesn't pick them. Oh, it's a cute little comment. I love that. He's definitely a Setsuna fan. And then, as if we didn't have enough Setsuna already, today our Fumiaki Maruto text commentary is focused on Setsuna's room. So, starting with episode 3. This third episode was, controversial statement alert, the most problematic episode from a screenwriting standpoint, requiring a nearly 5-minute scene to be cut at the storyboarding stage and a further 2 minutes to be shaved at the final stage. It was unfortunate, yes, but though the director suggested that we might cut the opening again, President Shimokawa, who was also the music director, was shooting me a look from beside me, and no, actually, this episode was going to debut the full version of the opening with Kazusa included, so we couldn't cut it out. Sorry, Susumu Ogiso-san. Oh, that's what you were focusing on? Susumu is Setsuna's dad, and he's so cute and so fun, and I love that. But I guess he couldn't make the cut. If they gotta cut something, I could definitely picture them cutting Setsuna's dad's scene. Were I to speak of the scenes that got cut, I would be blinded by bitter tears. So please check the rest in the storyboards and script included on the Blu-ray. Kazusa's short kick is merely a dream now. A good dream, though. A wonderful, beautiful dream. Also, this episode debuted the ending theme on Saying Goodbye. But let's put that aside for a second and focuses on what happens before and after it. The choice to have the song's intro and staff credits overlap with the last act, was accepted by the other screenwriting staff members, albeit with awkward laughs and comments like, "What year is it again?" But the post-credits scene with the cell phone screen caused a little controversy. Apparently, these days, a lot of people stop watching once the ending theme starts. So there was the risk of viewers missing out on something we would want them to see. And so, I etched that greatly appreciated advice into my heart and swore to myself that I would never employ a post-credits scene again. To be continued in episode 5. This is a real thing, If you're binge watching anime, right? How many animes can you count, where you watch the full intro and outro? At the very least, you probably skip the outro, right? I think most people do. I don't know. Maybe if it's my first episode of the day, I'll watch the full one. But if I'm watching, 10 episodes in a row, you probably shouldn't do that. It's not very healthy. But if you do, you're not going to watch the intro and outro every time. You can cut your time by like 20% by cutting those out. Episode 4. In the previous installment, Kazusa made her formal first appearance. I think that should be first formal appearance. Now, in the 4th episode, we have her yanking Haruki's necktie, saying cool things like, "I'm gonna make you a man worth watching." She's so cool. And dancing her way into the heart of the story with even greater vigor. But you're not allowed to say Setsuna was driven out of it as a result. What's the deal with that midriff-bearing t-shirt, though? I, like the viewers, was surprised when I watched the completed video. Like, wait, Kazusa, when did you... Putting that aside, though, the story continues along at its brisk, steady pace in this episode. Which is true. The anime goes extremely quickly, but that's just because the game, a lot of hours are put into introductory chapter. There's no way you can hit it all one-to-one if you're making an anime. Unless you get approved for a very long anime, which, with White Album 2, it only got approved for IC for the first season. The only point where it stops is the shower scene. Yonezawa-san and Nabatame-san, those are the voice actresses of Kazusa and Setsuna, both questioned why it was so long, given how strict we were being on time limitations. But everyone on the staff liked the scene, and more importantly, I liked the scene a lot, so we went with it. I love this behind-the-scenes info. I love it so much. It's so silly. The two girls, why is that scene so long? There's a reason. VA Madoka Yonezawa. So, just how much of the steam has been removed for the Blu-ray? Of course, as I am already in possession of the unedited version without any steam, it's all the same to me. He's such a pervert. Literally such a pervert. Now, as promised in my previous commentary, a bit about the ending theme on saying goodbye. The ending animation was finally unveiled for this episode, and for this dark, depressing story. I mean, this gently heart-wrenching story. Two sides to every coin. The song and video both match the atmosphere remarkably well. I feel that I can say with my whole chest, this ending is the main theme of the anime version of White Album 2. Also, the true worth of the lyrics is from the second verse on, so, stealth marketing alert. I urge you all to buy the CD as well and submerge yourself in the mood. White Album 2 is full of stealth marketing. It's not even stealth marketing. All they have to say is, hey, we made a new CD, and then everyone will buy it. You know what was good marketing? Was the radio show. They had the voice actresses of Kazusa and Setsuna. They'd be like, oh, you gotta buy the special edition version that costs an extra $50, an extra 5,000 yen. It's worth it because it includes a postcard. But we love it. We love it. We have to. If they tell us to, we have to. And that brings us to the very end. The back cover is the blue with snowflakes. So, thank you ever so much for joining me on checking out the White Album 2 Blu-ray Volume 2. And I'll be back with Volume 3 shortly. So until then, hope you take care. See you.